Hello, this is me Aysha from EMSAB. Today I will be explaining you Chapter 2 Allocation of Resources from the topic Factors Affecting the Price Elasticity of Demand. Previously, I have explained what is price elasticity of demand. It means how responsive the demand is when there is a changes in the prices. If the demand is more responsive towards changes in the prices, then it is said to be as elastic demand. And when the demand is less responsive towards the changes in the prices, then it is inelastic demand. Here we will learn how the product can be determined whether it is elastic product or inelastic product. It can be determined by 5 factors: the nature of the product, addiction or habit of the consumer, availability of substitutes, proportion of the income spent, purchase that can be postponed. The nature of the product. It means there are 2 types of product. One is a necessity product and luxury product. Necessary product, which means that it is a particular type of a product. Without this product, the consumer cannot be able to survive. Their life is not complete without this particular product, like food, medicine, etc. For example, there is an example. Suppose a cancer patient needs medicine on his regular basis. If the price of that particular medicine is increasing, he will be buying the same amount of medicine. In that case, the demand is not sensitive towards the changes in the prices, because if he don't purchase the medicine, he might die. So the demand is inelastic in this case because it is his necessity. So the demand is inelastic and he does not bother if there is a changes in the prices. So if there is a changes in the prices, in this case the quantity demanded will be having a less effect. On the other hand, the luxury product are the product that is making our life comfortable. We buy expensive car, expensive house just for a comfort zone. If without this product, we can be able to survive. It does not bother if we buy this product or not. If the price of particular luxury product like expensive car, Ferrari car, price decreases, the people will rush towards that product and the demand will be increasing. The demand will be more sensitive. They are responding towards the changes in the prices too much. So in this case, the demand is said to be as elastic. So when there is a changes in the prices, the demand is more sensitive and there is having a greater effect on the quantity demanded. The next is habit of the consumer or addictiveness of a consumer. Some of the consumer are addictive to a particular product, or some other consumer are not that much addictive to a particular product. Suppose a person is very addictive towards smoking. He cannot be able to survive without smoking. Every single day he smokes. So for him, it is an addiction. So in the case of addiction, he won't be able to bother about increase in the prices. Even if the price is higher, he will purchase the same amount of cigarette he need in his daily life. So in this case, the demand is inelastic. The demand is not bothering. The demand is less sensitive. In this case, the changes in the prices will be having a less effect on the quantity demanded. Non-addictive product. If the person is not too much addictive to a particular product, for example, coffee. A person does not drink coffee as much as the other person does. Coffee is just for a relaxation for that particular person. In this case, if the price of the coffee is increasing, the demand will be elastic. He will purchase less of that product because it is not addictive for him. He is not habitual for that product. He is not using or drinking that coffee on a regular basis, sometimes once in a while. So in this case, for him, the demand will be elastic. His demand will be elastic when there is a changes in the prices. He is more responsive towards the changes in the prices. When suddenly price of the coffee decreases, he will purchase a lot of the coffee. So changes in the prices will be having a greater effect on the quantity demanded. The another is availability of substitutes. As I said, if there is a more substitutes, the demand will be elastic. More substitute means when you have a lot of other product to use instead of one product. So which means that, for example, KFC burger. KFC, instead of KFC burger, you can try McDonald's, King Burger, any other burger. Suppose the price of KFC burger has increased, you will switch towards McDonald's burger. So in this case, the demand is said to be as elastic because you have an option, an alternative to use it. So in this case, the demand is very sensitive of that particular product. The demand is said to be as elastic, and if there is a changes in the prices, in this case they will be having a greater effect on the quantity demand. The quantity demand will decrease of that particular product. If there is a less substitute, which means the consumer will not have any other choice, they should go for only one particular product. Like KFC burger is only available in the market, so even if the price is very higher, the consumer should purchase that KFC product. In this case, the demand is inelastic. Even if there is a changes in the prices, the demand will not bother that much. If they are willing to eat burger, they should go for only KFC. So in this case, the changes in the prices will be having a less effect on the quantity demanded. The next is proportion that is spent on income. The proportion of income that is spent. If the consumer, there is small proportion and a large proportion. If the consumer is spending a smaller percentage of the income in a particular product like salt, if he or she is spending only 2% of his income in this salt, he won't be bothered. The consumer will not be bothered. If there is an increase in the prices of salt by 2% to 10%, the demand will be less responsive. Still, they will demand the same amount of salt, same packet or same amount of salt they will purchase, even if there is an increase in the price of the salt. This is taking a smaller proportion of the income of a particular person, like salt, biscuit, toothpaste. These all kind of product, they take only small percentage of our income. So even if the price of these products are increasing, we will not be bothered. In this case, the demand will be inelastic. In this case, the demand will be inelastic. Even if there is a changes in the prices, the quantity demanded will be having a less effect. The demand will not have that much effect if there is a changes in the prices. Larger proportion. If the consumer spend a larger proportion of the income, like 80% on a particular expenditure, like for example car, then the consumer will demand less of the product if the price of the car is being increased, which means the demand is elastic. In this case, when there is a changes in the prices, they will be having a greater effect on the quantity demanded. They will think that if the price of that particular product is increasing, it is taking up a larger proportion of their income, 80%, 90%. They will not purchase that product at that time if the price has been increased. So they are more responsive towards the changes in the price. It is not as demand is elastic, and changes in the price will be having a greater effect on the quantity demanded. The next is purchase can be postponed or not. If yes, the purchase can be postponed. For example, if the price of the gold jewelry has increased and you went to a shop for purchasing it for the event that will be occurring after 2 to 3 years, it means that you don't have an emergency to purchase the gold jewelry, and you see that the price of the gold jewelry has increased, and you will be waiting for the price to fall, and then you will be demanding the gold jewelry. In this case, it means that the demand is very sensitive towards the changes in the prices, so the demand is elastic, and when there is a changes in the prices, it will be having a greater effect on the quantity demanded. When the price falls, the quantity demanded will be increasing, and when the jewelry price has been increased, the quantity demanded will be falling by a greater percentage. On the other hand, if you think that no, you should purchase it in an emergency, you cannot postpone or delay the gold jewelry. So in this case, suppose your function will be on the next day, So you need the gold jewelry in an emergency. You cannot delay the purchase of that product. Even if the price of the product is very higher, you will have to purchase it. So in this case, the demand is inelastic. It is less sensitive towards a changes in the price. Whatever the price is, you will be demanding the gold jewelry. So changes in the prices will be having a less effect on the quantity demanded. Question time. Decide in each case whether demand is likely to be elastic or inelastic. If it is a gold jewelry product, coffee, food. Pause the video and choose the answer and decide whether it is elastic or inelastic. The answer is gold jewelry is elastic because it is luxury. It is our comfort zone. Even if we don't wear jewelry, it does not bother. Coffee, it is an addictive product, inelastic product. Food without food we cannot be able to survive. So it is inelastic product. Thank you for watching.